Hey guys, your favorite Mongolian gal is here with another video. So in this video, I'm gonna discuss, as written in the description and the thumbnail, I'm gonna talk about zero waste and how I kind of wasted a lot of time and energy to become a zero waste person. Being zero waste is really freaking hard. Like, it's impossible, and you should not call yourself a zero waste person ever. If you are living like rurally and you are growing everything you eat and you are recycling everything that you put out, then you are not zero waste. If you're living in the city, you are not zero waste at all, and it's impossible. I deeply care about environmentalism, and I try to be an environmentalist. I even worked at the NGOs, non-governmental organizations, in order to help the environment and things like that. But I lost my passion for environmentalism because it's freaking hard to, be environmentally friendly and zero waste, at least from my point of view. This is what I am not able to do right now, but my desire was a lot. I even worked in NGOs like Precious Plastic, like global NGOs, in order to recycle plastic and things like that. I was vegan the whole time there because the owner was also feeding people vegan diets, and that's considered environmentally friendly in the developed countries. But in Mongolia, actually eating meat is not really affecting the environment. I even had my YouTube channel dedicated to environmentally friendly living and zero waste hacks and things like that, but my videos were not really popular in that area. I think because there's a lot of competition and a lot of people speaking eloquently and showing beautiful, aesthetically pleasing stuff, because zero waste, let's be honest, zero waste and environmentally friendly stuff looks stunning. However, there could be other waste materials that are not in the frame of famous zero waste influencers, not in the frame of their vlogs or stories. They're just showing like the perfect little utopia that they created in their lives. But in order to change things drastically, we need to concentrate on creating non-plastic plastic. Basically, plastic that is made up of non-plastic materials, and showing all the beautiful properties that plastics actually contain, but they degrade when they are thrown in the nature. We should focus on the science and development of this technology rather than trying to, recycle Coca-Cola bottle caps. I mean, intentionally and also in a butterfly effect kind of way, it will influence people's desire to be environmentally friendly. But actually, if you think about it, the effect is pretty minimal, because there's tons of other people who are not aware and who are actually destroying the planet on purpose. So it's a little bit of a hard battle between environmentalists and also the gasoline chuggers. When I was trying to be zero waste, I would go to the supermarket with my own handmade bags in order to get potatoes, carrots, and things like that. And I see almost all other people using plastic, and I would get stressed because everybody was using plastic so much, and that was making me more depressed. So clearly, zero waste lifestyle was not working for me because it was making me more depressed. Even though I was trying my best, I saw tons and tons of other plastic waste. The only thing that I could do at that time was becoming zero waste or eliminating plastic from my life, but I was not even doing that. I was not even able to do that. And my handmade bag effect seemed pretty minimal, maybe close to zero in terms of effort. That's what I experienced. So that's why I stopped being zero waste at all. Now I'm just a normal person who uses plastic, knows the degradation happening, but don't know what to do about it. One thing that helped me reconcile my desire And unfulfillment is that in Buddhist philosophy, at least in the Tibetan Buddhist philosophy that exists in Mongolia, there was a saying that if you are living, if you are a human being, somehow, even if you are living like the most zero waste, the most eco-friendly way possible, you are influencing nature somehow. You are contributing to its, degradation or upgradation somehow. So in order to live, you have to influence nature. And at some point I was like, I need to redirect my focus in order to be at least independent and have my own business in order to support my ventures in the future. Like, I want to influence the environmental sector in a big way, but working in NGOs and recycling myself and trying to be zero waste was not working. It was really having a heavy toll on my mental health. So I needed to direct my attention to being independent first. And in order to be independent, I need to have my own business, and having an online business has become easier than ever now. And I think everybody should have an online business. Even if they have offline business, they should incorporate it with online social media things and website and e-course kind of things, and that will give you a lot of fulfillment, because that's what it did to me. When you feel like you are helping people, you feel more valuable yourself, and you start to respect yourself, and you start to see yourself in another light, in a light that seems lighter than before, because people are appreciating your efforts. And that's what I experienced when I started my business, and my business is still at the start stage, and I want to make it more stable. So I do not believe in zero waste, trying to be zero waste anymore. Of course, you can try, like, if you have the capacity to choose less waste material compared to more waste, you would use less waste. That's what I do. But I would not go out of my way in order to reduce my plastic usage, because I feel it's pretty minimal, and there should be a systemic change in order to change the society in a bigger way. And I decided to redirect my energy and focus in another thing so that I can later influence the environmental sector in a big way. That's my point of view, and I do not actually subscribe to zero waste anything anymore, and I kind of despise it almost, because my experience was really, really hard. Every moment I was stressing about every single plastic on the earth, and that is not healthy, and I retracted myself from it, and I blame big corporations like Coca-Cola and things like that for making me feel that way, because I am not in the wrong here. The people who are doing business, who are in the fizzy drink business, for example, they are producing so much plastic, they should be responsible for it. And they are doing some kind of job, but it's not enough, I feel like. Yeah, that's my point of view at the moment, and share with me what you think, and we can discuss about it. I may think wrongly, you may think rightly, you may think wrongly, I may think rightly. That's where the discussion comes in order to solve big problems. But as an individual, this is my point of view, who's tried really hard to become zero waste for 2 years. When I was vegetarian, I was also trying to be zero waste. That's how I wanted to be, an example kind of person. Okay, enough for now, and see you on my next video.